Hello. Hello, Gemini. Thank you very much for tuning into your general read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Velima Tarot by Renata Lechner. For the supportive oracle cards, I'm using the Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Already shuffled. Let's go ahead and see what we got. We got a bottom card pushing right out there. All right. What is this? This is a face down card. Face down card. All right. I feel like this is something that's been holding on since the beginning of this situation, but it's face down. I feel like we're going to see it at the end for a reason. So let's get through this and make sure we touch that at the end. The situation you're coming into. You got the Lover's card on your side. You got the Divine Guidance, and you got the Wheel. So things went in your favor pretty quickly, is what I'm getting. And whatever this situation was, and yes, it could definitely be a romantic relationship, I'll acknowledge that, but it could also be passing the test, things going really well. Like, it's not just about romance, the way I read it anyway, but it could be. I'm not going to negate that out. But when you came into this situation, you were very happy with it, very much overjoyed. It's exactly what you wanted it to be. Similar to the Sun card sometimes, yeah. But I feel like the passion, it's not just having a good moment, but it's the passion you were adding to it. Wheel turned in your favor, and you got the Divine Guidance. It all seemed like it was right on point. This is what needed to happen. This happened. You were very happy coming into this. Then we got the next stage here. I feel like this is more like it's slanted a little bit, and I'm noticing that. It's almost like the honeymoon is over. Nine of Wands, it feels like the honeymoon is over, situation's still going, but I feel like it's kind of like one of those things where it was so good to start with, it felt so good in the beginning, and now I feel like you're looking at it like, like, was that smoke and mirrors? Is that really? Yeah, was that smoke and mirrors? Or is this just a lull? Like, was just the first part the good part, and from now on it's just that was the past? Or is it just about, like, especially if you look at this card, that first one has all the greenery growing up it. Is there more to come, or is that all there was? And I feel that what you're doing, like, because you first identify, like, that time seems like it passed, and, like, is that it? Is that as good as it gets? And I feel the King of Swords is showing up in the center because I feel like there's a lot of, I want to say direct communication. Very direct in the sense of, like, this is what you're thinking, this is how you're feeling, and you're giving your opinion about you're giving your opinion about the different possibilities that are here. But I feel like you're also telling this person, like, I'm worried that, the best times are behind us. I'm hoping that's not the case here. Literally, I feel your energy coming in. That seems to be the strongest thing here. The other side, I'm not liking the other side here. I'm seeing the Five of Swords. Your energy flows. The other side, I feel like I can't really connect to. Especially with this Five of Swords, it's like I feel like they're done. Is that true? Like, they got what they wanted out of the situation. Like, this was as good as it was going to get. The fruitless victory is kind of like, yeah, it was a good time, but there was nothing else that was going to come from it. Really. It falls flat on this side. It just, like, the energy's just, I feel like I want to say something, but, like, there's literally nothing to say. It's kind of like you want to pour something out of a boot, but there's nothing in it. There's nothing in it. But, you're still walking on something that makes things very uncomfortable, but nothing's coming out. I just get, like, the way that the energy is not flowing back at you, I don't feel an end here. I just feel like you're very well aware that, like, this other side, whoever this is acknowledging it was good for what it was, but now this is where it is. I don't feel the investment on the other side trying to bring it back to a good moment. And what I see here is, like, they do seem to be acknowledging, like, it was really good before, but they also seem to be looking at it, well, that was before. I feel like they have their sights on other aspirations at this point. Going forward, I'm getting the Star card, but I feel like they're focusing their energy in different ways. I'm getting the Page of Swords in the center. You seem to be observing each other, both sides, and I'm getting the Mermaid Seduction in the sense of, like, especially with the way I'm feeling, like this is almost like a siren seduction. Like, I don't feel the best of intentions here. I just feel like it sounds really nice. Everything looks really good on the surface. You're getting along. But I don't feel like you're happy. You're at least not happy. You got the Devil card here. You're very unhappy, and I feel like you're questioning what was all that before. Like, what was that really? The way the situation was felt so good in the beginning, felt great, felt perfect. Now it feels horrible, is what I'm getting. It feels horrible in the future because the fact that the other side that you're dealing with is not interested in making it continue on that good slant. They're not interested. It doesn't even seem like they're invested at all. I feel like you're very unhappy because of that. But I also feel like with the Page of Swords and the Mermaid Seduction here, everything looks good on the outside. I don't feel like you're arguing about it. But I feel like it's kind of like you're looking at this person like, what is your deal? Like, why don't you want this to be good again? And I feel like you're kind of holding on in the future here, hoping that, they're going to want to make this good again. But I feel they have other aspirations. They're looking elsewhere. They're not interested in this situation again. It's almost like it was good for what it was, but that was it. Now it's done. And they're moving on to something else. They seem to be focusing outwardly, away from you. Now, the face down card that started on their side, I feel like it's been dragging through this whole time, is the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is telling me this person, and I'm getting the peace doves here, this person really did invest in you in the very beginning, but I feel like the way that they were doing this is like, especially in the beginning, it's almost like they wanted to woo you, to get your attention, to get you to lock in with this situation. But now that they have you, they don't feel like they have to maintain it. And I feel like that's the kicker here. They don't feel like they have to maintain it. They don't want to work to maintain it. They feel like they did all the work they had to in the beginning to get you, and now that you're here and you're a part of it, job done. And I feel like you're very angry because you're just like, listen, you got me attention with what you did. That pulled me into this situation. But the reason that pulled me in is because I thought that's how it was going to be going forward. That I didn't view that was like that was just the moment for what it was. I was viewing that like that's how life could be going forward. I was going to build from that moment, not just see like that was a moment on its own. And I feel like you got the Devil card on your side because I feel like it's slowly sinking in that that's how this person treated it. All the work in the beginning, but now that they got you, job done. And I feel like that's why you got the Devil card, because that makes you very unhappy. And I feel like you're really starting to look at this person. You're just like, well, how long am I going to put up with this? Because if that's really the case, maybe there needs to be a change here. And I feel like you have to decide for yourself what that means and if that's going to actually happen. The closer you get to the realization that they got you and that's all they wanted, now that they have you, they feel like that's all they had to do and they'll keep you. They don't feel like they have to maintain. And I feel like as you realize that, you're just kind of like, am I going to accept that or am I going to move on from this? And you have to decide for yourself which way that's going to go. All right, I think we got there. All right, I'm going to wrap that up there. Thank you for watching. I hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, go ahead, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.